Good evening on this Thursday, the 13th of November 2025. You're just in time for the day's news on Newswatch. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let's kick off. The Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has called for a review of the controversial newly signed laws to fully address concerns raised by Kenyans. The clergy have warned that failure to expunge offending clauses of the laws may erode public trust in the government and threaten public order. As Sami Adika reports, the Catholic bishops have also insisted on the need for the government to settle pending areas owed to health facilities, especially faith-based hospitals, as many are struggling to offer their services.
Bill was finally passed by.
With Kenyans having recently raised eyebrows and expressed significant public suspicion and uproar over a set of 8 bills signed into law by President William Ruto in October 2025, the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has urged the government to give Kenyans a listening ear through meaningful public participation.
The fears Kenyans have expressed regarding these new laws should not be brushed off. They deserve to be listened to and, where necessary, corrective measures taken.
Failure on the part of the Ruto-led government to clear the defunct NHIF debts has raised concerns over the sustainability of privately owned health facilities, with the clergy saying the move is crippling health services delivery in the country.
Our hospitals, whether they are owned by NHIF or SHA, the suppliers are waiting for their money. We need medical supplies. We need to pay the staff. Our hospitals are running on debt, in deep debt, because of this huge arrears of our institutions.
As the education sector continues facing several challenges, from JSS teachers demanding autonomy to delay in disbursement of capitation, the bishops want the government to focus on addressing the issues other than politicizing the sector.
The head teachers tell you capitation is not even sufficient for them to run the schools, yet they are not allowed to collect any extra money from the parents. We have serious challenges that are crippling our education system. We are inviting those responsible in government not to make political responses to these very serious matters, but to move with speed and rectify.
With only less than 22 months to the 2027 general elections, the youth have been urged to take part in voter registration, terming it as the only way to set right the tone of accountability.
We therefore strongly urge all eligible youth to register. Registering as a voter secures your voice and contribution, enabling Kenya to continue growing in justice, peace, and unity.
Corruption has also been termed as a thorn in the well-being of the country, with those entrusted with public office asked to step up and be accountable.
Every single citizen, whether in government, faith leadership, education, business, or at home, must act decisively to reject unethical and corrupt actions. We cannot condemn corruption publicly while tolerating it privately.
Led by their chairperson, Bishop Maurice Muhatia, the bishops, however, expressed gratitude for the relative peace the country has enjoyed in this year, despite heightened political tensions, further urging both the government and Kenyans to continue working together to address challenges facing the nation. For Newswatch, I'm Sami Adika.
God bless you.
Now, after camping in Makueni on Wednesday, President William Ruto toured Kitui this Thursday, launching various projects, issuing title deeds and opening complete projects, while telling off the opposition, claiming they have no agenda.
Your Excellency,
President William Ruto's Ukambani tour entered day 2 today as he pitched camp in Kitui County. His tour began in Mwingi North constituency, where he inspected the Kamwongo fresh produce market, which was nearing completion, saying it will dignify the businesses of the mama mbogas.
Sasa hapa Kamwongo, mahali watu hawako wanafikiria iko soko ya kina mama ya gorofa. Just imagine. Ama namna gani jameni? Si namna hiyo? Na sasa soko hii ikifunguliwa, mimi nitatumana watu wakuja wasaidia hawa kina mamba tuwatafutie stock ya kuingia hapa ndani. Na katika hii soko tuko na social hall hapa. Watu wanaweza kukutana kwa mkutano. Hapa ndani nyinyi vijana tutaweka iko ICT hub hapa ndani. Kama wewe huuzi mboga, ukuje hapa ufanye kazi kwa mtandao. Ile inaitwa digital jobs. Vijana hoye.
Ruto also used this tour to attack the united opposition and do the region behind him, saying that they have remained behind in terms of development because of backward politics.
Mimi nawauliza wale wengine wote wanazungusha hii dunia, wanatusumbua, hawa hawana shares, wale wako na shares, sijui nani. Hiyo ni ujinga. Ama namna gani my friends? Tunaelewana? Kila mwananchi Kenya hii ako na shares kwa serikali ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo msituletee ujinga. Ama namna gani? Na serikali si ya wanaume 2-3 wameenda kuketi chini kwa hoteli ati wanapanga wewe chukua 50%, wewe chukua 20%. Na hawa wananchi wote percentage yao iko wapi? Mimi ndio nilifanya makosa. Si kuwakujia. Niliwaacha mkatembezwa na watu wengine mkazamishwa kwa upinzani. Si ndio? Sasa mimi nimekuja hapa na muwatangazie. Mwambie Ruto amefika hapa. Amesema mambo ya upinzani imekwisha. Ama mnasemaje watu wa Ukambani? Sikizeni bwana. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Hawa watu wa Ukambani ni watu wazuri sana. Kama kuna watu watatangulia mbinguni ni watu wa Ukambani. Lakini kuna watu wametumia uzuri na ungwana ya watu wa Ukambani kupeleka hawa kwa mambo ya upinzani.
Leaders accompanying the president, led by Deputy President Professor Kindiki, lauded the president for the development and asked the residents to support the president.
Nataka niwaulize watu wa Kamuongo, nyinyi mnataka kutembea na timu ya rais ya maendeleo ama mnataka kutembea na timu ya chuki na fitina? Nyinyi mnataka kutembea na timu ya rais ya maendeleo ama mnataka kutembea na timu ya fitina? Mumesema ni timu ya rais ya maendeleo.
Tangu tupate independence 1963. Ile maendeleo inaendelea saa hii Kitui County. Hawa wananchi hawajaiona tangu tupate uhuru. Kwa hivyo umetuangalia sisi kama marafiki na tumesema asante sana.
Si soko ndio hii? Si rais ametujengea soko? Si umesikia title deed na stima? Rais akiendelea namna hivi na sisi tunamwambiaje? Tunamwambiaje? Aendelee asiendelee? Si anafanya kazi nzuri? Aendelee. Aende forward. Atusukume maendeleo. Title deeds patikane. Masoko ijengwe. Maji ipatikane.
Other projects which the president launched include opening the Kitui East Huduma Center and issuance of title deeds to 15,000 people in Mwingi North. He is expected in Mombasa on Friday for the ODM at 20 celebrations.
Atusukume maendeleo.
For Newswatch, my name is Jacob Ochiro.
Soko ijengwe.
4 bloggers have been summoned by security officers in Embu County to record statements of alleged threats against DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua. According to County Commissioner Jack Obuo, the 4 are suspected of issuing online threats targeting Gachagua, who is expected to tour the region soon to campaign for DCP parliamentary candidate for Mbeere North Newton Karish. Commissioner Obuo said the bloggers are being treated as persons of interest as investigations continue, adding that the government will not tolerate any form of intimidation, incitement, or online threats against political leaders. The 4 are expected to record their statements with Embu security officers as investigations into the alleged threats continue.
Tuwezi prosecute mtu kabla atuja ona ile context ambaye mtu alitoa taarifa. Kila kitu inategemea context ya taarifa. Na tumesema leo tuko na shughuli ya kusummon wale walitoa hizo taarifa. DCI watachunguza, waone context, and then from there tutaamua, ama DCI na police wataamua kama kuna haja ya prosecution ama kuna haja ya ku open investigation.
The Orange Democratic Movement (ODM) 20th anniversary celebrations have kicked off as many of its members today traveled through the SGR for the event being held in Mombasa County over the weekend. The event will be held in honor of the party's late leader Raila Odinga, who died on 15th October 2025. Party officials say the anniversary will celebrate ODM's 2 decades of existence and pay tribute to Odinga's lifelong commitment to democracy and justice. President William Ruto, who has made a generous contribution towards the celebrations and happens to be among the founders of the party, is expected to attend. His attendance has been interpreted as a move to boost his presence in ODM strongholds and garner support.
Kesho siku ya Ijumaa kutakuwa na shamra. Women League akina mama watakuwa pale SK kuanzia asubuhi. Vijana watakuwa wako pale maeneo ya Fort Jesus, na usiku kutakuwa na tamasha ya vijana Street Carnival ambayo kwamba itaweza kufanyika pale Mapembeni, na siku Jumamosi ndio hapa. Sasa mimi ndio kujua kwa hii chama ina watu, angalia tayari hata hii hapa itakuwa ni Jumamosi na angalia vile tayari kumejaa. Na nimeona watu hapa, we've got people from all over. Tuna members wetu ambao kwamba ni wa National Governing Council. We've got people from Lamu, tuko na watu kutoka Kwale, Narok. I think the whole of Kenya wamefika hapa represented here, and of course we have our own team from Mombasa as well who are here.
Now, in Bungoma County, the chairman of the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, David Barasa, has called on the government to fully implement and improve services under the Social Health Insurance Fund, SHIF. Speaking earlier today, Barasa
Na kama SHA ingelikuwa mzuri, watu wa kwanza kwenda kwa SHA wangelikuwa wabunge. Kama wabunge wangetangulia waende kwa SHA, tungeamini kwamba SHA ni mzuri. Number 2, wale viongozi wetu wanakaa Nairobi, Secretary General na grupu yake, tunajua kwamba they are not being covered by SHA. They are being covered by Britam na insurance companies wengine. Hata hivyo wametupeleka kule, lakini tunasema la mno, tunatarajia kwamba SHA ikuwe implemented in a proper way, correctly, ili walimu wasihangaike kwa matibabu vile tumekuwa tunahangaishwa na Minet.
Well, on that note, let's take a short break on Newswatch tonight. We have plenty more coming up. Stay with us.
The Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company has begun a citywide disconnection exercise for all consumers with outstanding water bills. Illegal connections, meter tampering, and self-reconnections will attract penalties and prosecution. Reconnections will only be processed after full payment of outstanding balances.
I'll pay next week.
Settle your payment today through NCWS's authorized payment channels, including M-Pesa Pay Bill, 444-400, partner banks, or official pay points. Contact NCWSC on 0724 253 582 or 0703 080 000, or for toll free 0800 724 366. Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company, delivering safe, reliable, and sustainable water for our city.
These days, the tide pulls harder. We rise early, hustle harder, and keep moving. But even strong men drift when there's nothing holding them. It's time to be anchored. This November, the Sitam Men Joint Leadership invite you to a defining moment. The Anchored Man Men's Conference 2025. Mark your calendar for the 14th and the 15th of November from 8 a.m. at Sitam Karen. 2 powerful days complete with plenary sessions that challenge, worship that renews, and expert-led workshops that tackle sensitive issues and anchor real men in real truth. Featuring the presiding Bishop of Sitam, Bishop Callisto Odede, the Deputy Bishop, Reverend Justus Mugambi, Regional Overseer, Reverend Jotham Munene, the Sitam Men's Patron, Reverend Jesse Mwai, and workshop panelists, Dr. Wahome Ngare, Elder Simon Wafubwa, and Mr. Kingston Ogango. Entry is absolutely free. Register online or at any Sitam assembly near you. See you there.
Get ready for an unforgettable worship experience.
Hakuja kuwa, hakutakuwa. Niwe nina hitaji. Mimi nataka ushirika na wewe.
Every Sunday on Ultimate Worship.
Ainuliwe Mungu wetu.
Where we bring you live music, powerful praise, and anointed gospel ministers and bands.
Nashangilia Mwokozi.
Join us every Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Everywhere I go, I see you right there.
It's not just music, it's worship unleashed. It's ultimate worship.
You're too faithful to fail me.
Only on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Are you ready now?
Welcome back. The National Council of Churches of Kenya has linked insecurity in the Kerio Valley to a high number of locals staying in mudslide-prone areas. NCCK North Rift Chairperson Bishop Emmanuel Chemengich called for the relocation of all locals living in mudslide-prone areas to avert future disasters such as the recent one that has left more than 30 people dead. He also expressed the need for a total ban on charcoal harvesting to preserve existing indigenous trees as well as roll out massive tree planting initiatives.
To prevent similar disasters occurring, we call for the following measures. Number 1, the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to urgently address the insecurity in Kerio ecosystem that is pushing residents to reside on the steep escarpments as they try to escape attacks by the bandits. 2, the government to relocate the families living on steep escarpments across the country to safer areas. 3, the county government and well-wishers to undertake a major tree growing exercise in the affected areas and other zones at risk. We in the NCCK are ready to play our role in this endeavor. 4, all the county governments in this region should immediately ban charcoal burning to preserve the remaining indigenous trees. Non-governmental organizations and other stakeholders should continue to promote peace in the affected areas by undertaking intra- and inter-community reconciliation initiatives, sensitizing the youth so that they are not misused by leaders, and peace messaging from the pulpits and community forums. We in the NCCK will continue to play our role in this matter.
Now, in a historic new law by Siaya County, widows across the region are set to gain stronger protection, empowerment, and representation. Earlier today, the Siaya County Assembly passed the Siaya County Widows Protection Bill 2024, which establishes county and ward widows welfare committees to champion widows' rights, as well as the Siaya County Widows Welfare Fund, designed to support their economic, social, and emotional well-being. It also provides legal protection against harmful cultural practices such as ritual cleansing, forced inheritance, and any form of discrimination. This new law is now being hailed as a victory for widows' rights and dignity, and a good example for other counties to follow.
This bill provides for welfare of the widows, and it doesn't isolate the widowers. Let that be clear, because the spirit of the bill is to give affirmative action where it is due. When we give affirmative action to women, to youth, to disabled, there is nothing wrong with giving affirmative action to the widows because they are predisposed. And in our bill, we have outlawed, much as we know the national laws and the Constitution, which works the same way in the same spirit, we have outlawed retrogressive behaviors and forceful actions that make our women, our mothers who are widowed, and sisters and aunties to be prejudiced. We have outlawed it, and we've said it in strong terms.
Our dream is that other Lake Region counties will take the steps of Siaya County and also adapt and adopt the framework of the Siaya County Widows Bill. In the region, Siaya County is leading East Africa in protecting the rights of widows under what is called systemic change. A Department of Widows Affairs, committees at ward level and at the county level, a Widows Welfare Fund, and also outlawing harmful traditional practices. In Nigeria, laws have been passed on widows, but they only outlaw harmful traditions. Siaya County has made great strides in creating systemic frameworks, and I think it is something to emulate.
Hii mwendo tulianza taratibu, miaka hizo zilipita, lakini leo at least matunda tunaenda kuivuna. Cause kile tulikuwa tunapendelea ifanywe kulingana na wajane vile wanateswa, kulingana na wajane vile waliwachwa nyuma. Lakini leo Siaya County Assembly wamedhibitisha, wanatembea na sisi, wako na sisi, na wakapitisha. Haki ni furaha. Hata leo maybe nitakula hata ugali na mboga niongeze na maji na nitashiba tu. Cause kile kimetendeka hapa ni shukran.
Let's go international to the United States, where President Donald Trump has signed a short-term government spending bill, officially ending the longest shutdown in U.S. history after 43 days. The measure passed the House of Representatives by a 222 to 209 vote and had already cleared the Senate 2 days earlier. Trump said the federal government will now resume normal operations after the disruption that left around 1.4 million federal employees unpaid or furloughed, disrupted food aid and air travel nationwide. The funding, secured through until January 30th, allows agencies to reopen while lawmakers continue negotiating on longer-term budgets.
We have issued a communique making clear that what's going on in northern part of Nigeria has nothing to do with the kind of atrocities we see in Sudan or in some part of eastern DRC. I think the complexity of the situation in northern Nigeria should push us think twice before declaring such or making such statements. The first victims of Boko Haram are Muslims, not Christians. The first victims, and I'm saying it with documented references.
Apologies for that mix-up in cards. Now, the African Union Commission chairperson Mahmoud Ali Yusuf has rejected claims by Donald Trump that a genocide is taking place in northern Nigeria, where Christians were allegedly being killed in large numbers. Mahmoud, speaking at the United Nations in New York, said that the violence in Nigeria is not comparable to atrocities seen in places like Sudan or Eastern DRC, and emphasized that the first victims of Boko Haram are Muslims, not Christians. Earlier, Trump threatened to cut U.S. aid and even take military action against Nigeria unless the purported killings of Christians were addressed.
We have issued a communique making clear that what's going on in northern part of Nigeria has nothing to do with the kind of atrocities we see in Sudan or in some part of Eastern DRC. I think the complexity of the situation in northern Nigeria should, push us think twice before, declaring such or making such statements. The first victims of Boko Haram are Muslims, not Christians. The first victims. And I'm saying it with documented references.
The Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company has begun a citywide disconnection exercise for all consumers with outstanding water bills. Illegal connections, meter tampering, and self-reconnections will attract penalties and prosecution. Reconnections will only be processed after full payment of outstanding balances.
I'll pay next week.
Settle your payment today through NCWS's authorized payment channels, including M-Pesa Pay Bill, 44400, partner banks, or official pay points. Contact NCWSC on 0724 253 582 or 0703 080 000, or for toll-free 0800 724 366. Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company, delivering safe, reliable, and sustainable water for our city.
Get ready for an unforgettable worship experience.
Hakuja kuwa, hakutakuwa. Niwe nina hitaji. Mimi nataka ushirika na wewe.
Every Sunday on Ultimate Worship.
Ainuliwe Mungu wetu.
Where we bring you live music, powerful praise, and anointed gospel ministers and bands.
Nashangilia Mwokozi.
Join us every Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Everywhere I go, I see you right there.
It's not just music, it's worship unleashed. It's ultimate worship.
You're too faithful to fail me.
Only on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Are you ready now?
Welcome back in business. Africa International University, AIU, has signed a memorandum of understanding with Songsil, University of Seoul, from South Korea to increase capacity and training in the areas of computing and emerging technologies. This partnership through AIU's School of Computing and Emerging Technologies will see AIU and Songsil University carry out student and faculty exchange programs, joint initiatives in IT and computer science, and curriculum development to equip learners with globally relevant skills. Reverend Dr. Nelson Makanda, Vice Chancellor of AIU, said that this MOU affirms the university's commitment to prepare students for leadership and innovation in an increasingly digital world through strategic partnerships. Safaricom hosted the Cybersecurity Summit 2025 in Nairobi today under the theme Powering Progress, Securing Growth. The event brought together business leaders, government officials and technology experts to tackle Kenya's rising wave of cyber threats. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, the Kenya Computer Incident Response Team Coordination Center detected over 2.5 billion cyber threat events. Safaricom CEO Peter Ndegwa emphasized that cybersecurity cannot be handled in silos, emphasizing that protecting the digital economy is now a shared responsibility.
The ICT sector and the bigger digital economy is presenting a huge space for our country to grow. It has potential to grow jobs, it has potential to grow our GDP, it has potential to position Kenya top in the continent, and also potential to make Kenya a hub when it comes to digital economy. And as we digitize also, we are taking many services to online where citizens can experience efficiency. They don't need to travel. They can access any services, whether public sector services or online services, in a convenient way from the comfort of their homes.
And now in sports, Kwale County has been confirmed as the host of the upcoming CAC Road Cycling African Championships 2025. The championship is scheduled to run from 19th to 23rd November 2025 in the towns of Diani and Kwale. The event brings together elite under-23 and junior cyclists from numerous African countries and promises a boost to sports tourism, infrastructure, and international visibility for the region. As Kwale prepares to welcome the continent's top cycling talent, local authorities are urging businesses and residents to gear up for a major influx of visitors with opportunities in hospitality, retail, and tourism.
Kuna yale michezo ambao tuko na team ambayo imekuwa selected na kuna ile fun cycling race. Kwa ile fun cycling days ni ya kila mtu. Kama uko na baiskeli, kama hauna, kuna watu ambao hapa watatupatia kwa na pesa kidogo, hela kidogo, utachangia na utapewa baiskeli kuja kama umejiandaa.
Kwanza mashindano ama hii tafrija ambayo inakuja Kwale imeweza itaelezea dunia mzima kuhusu Kwale. Pili, pia itakuwa imeleta biashara ama imeleta biashara katika kaunti hii. Na imani wakati hii tafrija ikiendelea, hoteli zetu zitakuwa zimepata watu. Vile vile katika masuala haya yote kuna wale wafanyi biashara ambao watakuwa biashara zao zimepata nafasi.
Tutakuwa na wachezaji kutoka Afrika nzima na utakuwa mchezo ambao utakuwa unajumuisha miaka kutoka 15 hadi miaka 50. Na tutakuwa na wachezaji wa kike na tutakuwa na wachezaji wa kiume.
And Burundi's Les Hippos will battle for 5th place tomorrow at the Nyayo Stadium after failing 58-67 to Rwanda's REG in a tightly contested Women's Basketball League Africa Zone 5 qualifier clash. The KCB Bank Burundi-sponsored side showed grit and discipline throughout the encounter but were undone by REG's late surge in the final quarter. Despite the setback, the team remains optimistic about closing their campaign on a high note. Head coach Josu Ndimugalkiza commended his players for their fighting spirit, noting that the experience gained in Nairobi has been invaluable.
The game was not easy, but we tried to do our best.
I think the last game we will do better than today.
Mchezo wetu mchezo mgumu, kucheza na timu ya leg, lakini make mistakes mu first half. Tumeanza na oga game lakini tumecheza second half, umeona tumetia nguvu, contest shoot, tumetia pressure kwa point guard, tumefa box, tumecheza as a team, tumefa transition na tukifika.
And it is a wrap here on Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. God willing, see you tomorrow night, same place, same time, 9 p.m. Have a good night.